Why they called it pigs in a blanket. In the grand culinary tapestry of modern life, there are few dishes as universally beloved and yet so whimsically named as pigs in a blanket. But why, you might wonder, do we call these humble, yet delicious, sausage rolls by such a curious name? The story is as flavorful as the dish itself, one that spans cultures, history, and playful language. Let's embark on a journey back in time to uncover the origins of this classic finger food and the etymology of its intriguing moniker. We'll travel across continents and dive into the culinary traditions that may have inspired this dish. From ancient culinary techniques to post-war America, this seemingly simple snack has roots that are deeper than we might expect. To understand why we call it pigs in a blanket, we first need to explore the very idea of wrapping meat in dough, an ancient practice that has spanned civilizations. Since the earliest days of baking, humans have found innovative ways to encase meats in doughs and pastry, a simple yet effective way to preserve and enhance the flavor of the meat. Take, for instance, the Roman Apicius, a famous ancient Roman cookbook that includes recipes where meat, particularly sausages, were encased in dough. This tradition extended across many cultures as it was a practical way of cooking. Enveloped in dough, the meat remained moist and tender, while the pastry absorbed the flavors, becoming an edible container for the meal. In medieval Europe, we see the emergence of meat pies, which were savory meals encased in pastry. These dishes often used pork or sausages, a precursor to what would eventually evolve into our modern-day pigs in a blanket. However, it wasn't until much later that we would see the miniature, snack-sized version that we're familiar with today. By the 17th and 18th centuries, the use of pork and sausage in European cuisine was widespread. Particularly in Germany, sausages such as bratwursts and frankfurters were deeply ingrained in the culinary traditions, often served with bread or wrapped in pastry. This love of sausages eventually spread to the United States, thanks to waves of German immigrants who brought their culinary customs across the Atlantic. But where does the pig come into the equation? Well, in many cultures, pork, especially in sausage form, has often been referred to colloquially as pig or pig meat. In rural societies, particularly in Britain and the United States, pigs were a common source of food, and terms like pigs were often used in an endearing or familiar way. This linguistic shortcut transformed sausages and pork into pigs, giving rise to playful language around pork-based dishes. Thus, the term pigs in a blanket was a natural progression. With small pork sausages being wrapped in dough or pastry, the sausages became the pigs, and the dough, a warm, soft cover, became the blanket.